Hey, I'm Brian.
I'm Kayleen.
And we're in the Aussie Gardener warehouse, which we've converted over to our workshop space. And what are we doing in our workshop space?
They've been making a mess.
Making a mess, that's right.
Lots of dust everywhere. But no,
I even cleaned up yesterday. At the end of the day, I was pooped and wanted to go home, and I heard my wife's voice, "You should clean up."
Good boy.
And so I spent another hour sweeping the floor.
Good boy.
Sweeping the floor.
He's
and
finally learnt at age 52.
I know I don't look it though, do I? So today we've done the windows. So now we're on to, this is going to be our shop counter in the Aussie Gardener store. Now it's a cedar pigeonhole. We think it's come from down on the Sydney Harbour, where this might have been like for parts or for a mail or something like that. So beautiful old piece. Scored this on Facebook Marketplace again as well. Some guy had been storing it for a while and didn't want to give it away, and it was very sad to see it go. But it's gone to a new home. So we're going to give it a light sand just to make it safe. We're going to, or I should say, we'll punch all the nails in first so that we don't rip up the sandpaper, and to make it safe for customers so they don't hurt themselves. And then we'll give it a light sand to get rid of the splinters and things, and just structurally make it a bit stronger, add some extra screws and hidden nails and things like that. Now, we're going to work on that. And Jimmy, who's on the camera, so you can't see him, so Jimmy's going to be finishing sanding the ladders, the painter's ladders. He's nearly done with those. And they are going to be used for our tables to display lots of products in. So yeah, we've got plenty to do today. It's a good one. We're inside the warehouse. It's a little bit chilly in winter, but I love working in these conditions because we're not sweating. Much better than sweating. All right, so let's get stuck into it.
Alrighty.
Now, when I've taken a closer look, I can see there's a separation here happening between this divider and the cross piece. And the original nails that they've put through, little pin nails, are still in the way. So we're going to have to remove those. Then I think we'll clean it out a little bit. We'll put some wood glue in there, and we'll use a long clamp like this to clamp the timber back together so that it sets. And then we'll use like a nail gun with the finishing nails. Our aim is to not show that we've used any modern materials, so we don't want to have any shiny screws visible. We want to have it looking as original as possible. So that's going to be the next stage there. It's quite soft wood because it's made of cedar, so it's easy to get the nails in and out, but it also means that it gets dented very easily as well. So we just have to be a bit gentle when we're doing the sanding too.
Right, so I've noticed that on the top here, between these two pieces of wood, there's a bit of a gap that's formed. And so before we go screwing this together, we want to clamp this shut to close that gap. So I've got this large clamp here. And now if I just clamped the wood like this, you'd end up damaging the sides. And so I'll grab two pieces of timber. One to go here. Thanks, Mum. And another one to go here. And then I just clamp that together, and if you come in close, you see the gap starts to disappear. There we go.
Now what we've been doing is using the clamps, getting it all kind of straight again, putting new nails in. We're using a bit of wood here just to find where the original nails were, because we've only got a thin bit of cedar to nail into, so we've got to get it right, and Kayleen's putting her hands underneath just to check that we've got it in the right spot for each one. And then hopefully it will all stay together and be reasonably solid. Now if you hear Kayleen squeal, it means I missed the timber. No, we're all good. Bit of teamwork happening there. She's my nail lady as well. So I've used bright nails, so I don't know why they're called bright, but it basically means they're not galvanized, so they will kind of rust and age like the original nails that have been used on this particular piece, which have lasted many, many, many years. How's the sanding going, mate?
Oh, pretty good. I've just finished the final ladder of the set of ladders I've got behind me there.
Yeah, we won't drop the sander. Well, no, it's hooked on the edge. All good.
Yeah, all good.
Yeah, you've done this before. Very good. So we're going to use these to make our platforms, our tables. Now, you're doing a good job with the sanding, but this is not what you normally do, is it?
No, no.
What would a normal week for you at the moment be?
Well, I'd say right about now I'd probably be doing some pirouettes and or some Shakespeare or
yeah.
Because I go to an acting school. I go to NIDA, and I study musical theatre.
Okay, so probably unemployed for the rest of his life. Joke. He works very hard.
I'll keep coming back to the sanding job.
Yeah, there's plenty more sanding for you to do.
Yeah.
So, Jimmy loves musical theatre. So, any shows that you are in at the moment?
Yes, at the moment we're in rehearsals for Singing in the Rain. That's going to be in October this year.
Excellent.
In Chatswood.
Yes. And there will be rain.
And there will be rain.
There will be rain.
There will be rain.
Probably not a good one to sit in the front row.
No.
Just maybe not
the splash zone.
So that's going to be an exciting one. So that's going to be at Chatswood Concourse, isn't it?
Concourse Theatre, yes.
And Willoughby Theatre Company is putting that one on. So if you're in Sydney, want to see a good show, head off to see Singing in the Rain and look out for Jimmy. He won't be dressed up like this.
No.
Fantastic. All right, so we're going to cross over to Kayleen and see how she's going with the sanding of the cedar pigeonholes. Kayleen doing a fantastic job, going very gently on the edges with this cedar so it doesn't rip it up. We'll get the orbital sander onto it in a minute, but on the maybe on the top. But what she's done on the edges is looking fantastic. Well, it's the end of another day. I'm glad to say that I actually still look reasonably clean because I just hammered nails in. They are standing on a pallet. Just in case you're wondering if he's 7 foot tall. There you go. See?
He's on his tippy toes. There's no pallet.
If I had hair, I'd be that tall as well. So yeah, it's very, very dusty work sanding cedar, it turns out, even with the vacuum going. But we've sanded the top. It's come up really nice. So tomorrow we're going to finish that off, do some of the edges, and then we might investigate maybe using an oil or something to protect the top to really finish it off. But a good day's work, good teamwork, Chapman's. Yes, we did it. And now it'll be fights as to who gets the shower first.
Me.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I'm covered.
Ladies first.
See, these were green when I started.
Yes.
Here you see humans in their natural habitat. The mother preens her child, removing the dust of the day